Make it out alive. Straight out of town. She said,
Oh, okay. I was so close to me. Oh, there we go. It worked, you guys. New, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. New year, new me. You got it. New year, new everybody. That clock is just a little bit fast. It is actually 12:01. I would like to invite our first official gonger up to the front of the room. Charisse Greco, please join us.
Where's the
Back. And back.
Where's the
I don't know.
wow, you guys, it's really messy down here. What's going on?
The last time you get invited to gonger.
Right? No, I'm kidding.
The first official in-person team meeting for 2024 is now open for business. And hats off to all of you who braved the questionable roads today. Hopefully before you all hit the roads, everything will still remain just wet and not terribly icy, because you know it's Wisconsin in January. So here we are. I have invited Charisse up here to talk with us because she is pivotal in what we'd like to share for our mission moment, you guys. So we always start with mission, vision, values. That has not changed in 2024. And we'll dive in. So Charisse is part of the serving community. Catherine Gorel standing back in the back, being very quiet back in the back of the room there. It's part of the serving committee. Abigail Jacqua is part of the serving committee. So I'm going to let these guys, between the two of you, Catherine, you want to come up? Chat a little
She
bit?
does.
She totally does.
She told me this week
You got
how
it.
much she loves being in the front of this room.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to tell us about what this is and why this matters.
Yeah. Oh, I love this slide. I didn't get to see it yet. So Willis did a phenomenal job. So for those of you who do not know who we are, I'm Catherine Gorel. This is Charisse Jean Greco. I'm just kidding. I'm Charisse Jean Greco. This is Catherine Gorel. And we're really excited because last year, as some of you know, we started a serving committee that had a lot of outreach with local nonprofits in our community. So we did a lot of volunteer work, Milwaukee Rescue Mission. We put kits together for Courage MKE. I think we did Milwaukee Rescue Mission twice, and then there's something else in there that
Flight.
the honor flights. Yes, correct, the honor flights. And so yeah, and so it's just the serving committee is here to provide opportunities for those throughout all of the market centers that wish to get involved in various aspects of the community. And so it's a little bit bigger this year, which is super awesome. Yeah, Catherine is joining the serving committee this year as well from our market center specifically. But we, as you saw on the slide, have a lot of really great people that they've essentially raised their hands and said, we want to get involved in the serving committee and make some impact in some of these other organizations. And so we've got a lot of stuff coming for you this year, a lot more than last year. Yeah.
Share your strengths and with people who don't have. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, part of the reason for this too, guys, is that like, in all honesty, yes, it is part of our mission, vision, values, beliefs as Keller Williams, but it's also because a lot of you really want to give back to the communities and sometimes just don't know where to start or don't have the time to research all of the things to figure out like which causes you want to get involved in. So this is really meant to be just a simple kind of plug and play for those of you that really do want to get involved in various aspects of nonprofits and volunteer work and things like that. We're just trying to create less friction so that you can just plug in and show up and really participate on many levels. So
Yeah.
there's
Participate and feel really good.
Yeah.
That's right.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's right.
Feel
Yeah.
really good.
You hang around KW long enough, you hear things over and over and over again, and that's a good thing. So being part of the serving community or being aware of what they do provides leverage. It's the number one thing that all business owners need so that they can do more with the time that they have. This is an opportunity to be out in the community and to make a difference. We heard last week, Charlie introduced his word of the year. His word of the year is impact. We're going to be talking about impact a lot. Today, we're going to start. And our goal is that you are equipped with what you need, opportunities, resources, tools for you to grow so that you can have the kind of impact that you choose to have that will make a difference in people's lives,
Yeah.
right? And what Catherine just said too, that last thing, feel really good about yourself. You guys, this is a mindset business. The quickest way to shake your mindset into a good space is to help somebody else, right? And as Sheree said, we want to provide lots of opportunity for you to do that. So here's a quick calendar. We've got a lot of opportunities coming up in April. Of course, in May, I want you to mark your calendars for Red Day. You'll be hearing all about that, but that's an annual giving opportunity where all of the offices shut down. We come together to serve the community. That's Mo Anderson's birthday. So we like to mark that day. And then there are other opportunities throughout the year, and this will be added to as opportunities get identified. So if you have something that you want the serving committee to consider,
For sure.
please, these are your go-to people. And they are always looking for opportunities to give into the community and to support your goals as well. So good,
Great.
great, love
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Yes, ma'am.
I have May 11th as a Saturday. We're doing.
Yes.
No, that's the wrong
It's
date.
actually, I
Always
believe, the
on
May 9th.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
good catch.
There was. a
I was
little
looking,
confusion
everybody's
at our
face was
serving
like,
committee.
that's wrong. And I'm like, no, we always have Red Day, you guys, but yeah.
We didn't want you there.
Ooh.
I have to come back to that.
That's an example of impact that we're hoping to avoid. All right. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate you opening
Yes,
up our
appreciate it.
opportunity.
Thank
Mission, vision, value. We always want that as an opportunity for people. Okay, you guys. The other thing that we want to do, we continue to grow people. This continues to be an opportunity for people to start their business. And Ivana, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. Thank you for joining us. And then Ben, I saw Ben. Congratulations for raising your hand to be part of Angle's team. That's awesome. Dawn Strand, I don't know if she is here, but Scott, congratulations on your team growing. That's fabulous. Awesome. And then I want to introduce the team that's sitting, they got here early, so they got the back row, guys. There's a little bit more competition for the back row, but stand up, you guys. This is our Pinnacle team. Welcome. We're so excited. Tamara, Liz, Shanice, Shy. She's given me all sorts of different options. Check in with her about what she really wants for her to be called. We're always so excited when people raise their hands. And one of the things that I've been just really impressed by, these guys came on like December 31st, right? And got solid in the market center. And I have seen person after person after person introduce themselves. How can I help you? Let me get you settled here. Tony started on spreadsheets already, you guys. They are KW, so love that. Super excited that you're here and excited for all of us that our market center is growing. So congratulations with that. All right, this morning is a whole bunch of congratulations and productivity and recognition, and that's something that I think is super exciting. Austin Miller had his first closing with Reliance, so that's super exciting there. Very nice. And Yoli also has had her first closing, so super excited for her. That's awesome. Everything, there's so much that goes into a first closing, you guys. Hats off to our productivity people. Hats off to everybody who supports. Really great work. Love that. And of course, great work for doing the work. And now we're going to flip to the other end. We obviously have people who have had great success becoming cappers in the month of December. So Tammy and Carlos Albello, the A team, congratulations there. Their team also grew. We'll introduce Samantha next week, so that'll be exciting. Oh, Alex, how are you? So good. Okay. And there's Taylor. Yeah, he's my lunch. And there's Taylor. Congratulations. Congratulations. If anybody wants to be inspired by somebody's story, take Taylor out to lunch and figure out how she kind of has done what she's done. It's really impressive. So congratulations, Taylor. Love that. And who doesn't like lunch? Alfred Medina also, Alfredo, not Alfred, Alfredo. So congratulations there. Love that. Love that. And if you want to learn how he stays so sharp, they have some barber tips that they can give if anybody's interested. Okay, December recognition. I know it's January, what, something January 20th, something 23rd, middle of January. You guys know our numbers always take a while to compile. So we've got December recognition. And then at the end, I have an invitation for everybody who's sitting in this room, plus everybody who's on Zoom, plus everybody who wasn't able to get here because they were intimidated by the road. So hang on. Here we go. Home Run Club, one listing, one contract, one closing in 1 month. This is the month of December. Oh, you guys, December was a really good month for us. Look at all these people who did all of that in December when everybody takes their foot off the gas. So congratulations to this group here. Love this. $1 Million Month Club, December closed volume. Alex Dina Marca, 2 million. He could be the $2 million month club. Steph Sosa, Joe and Jeff, James, Alfredo, Jake Krickeberg, Nate Ingalls, Tony and Charisse, Ben Murphy, Don Shipley, and Jeremy and Scott. Congratulations. Great month for everybody. Love that. Okay, so that was closed volume. We're going to get into the next thing here. Individual closed volume. Steph Sosa leads the pack at 1.7 for the month of December as an individual agent. So congratulations, Steph. That's awesome. Ben Murphy, 1 million. Max, 500,000. Congratulations. I know how hard you guys have worked on this. Peter, Shina, Carol, Tim, Karen, Zach, and at the very, very bottom there, Andrew Johnson. So congratulations to all of our folks. Love that. Great December. Top closed volume for December for teams. Medina Real Estate came out at 1.7. A team, Tammy and Carlos was 780, and the Giebert team at 630. So congratulations to them. Groups, you guys. The Krickeberg group was at 2.8 million. Lifetimes 2.3. All in is 2.1. Angles 1.7 and Level Up at 1.6. So congrats, you guys. Kind of fun from this side of the room because everybody looks up and they're either like their eyes light up or their head wrinkles and they look back down. Like, so congratulations to everybody who had some recognition on the board here. Top close volume year to date, individual, Ben Murphy, 18.4, Katie Ninkovic, 16, Peter at 8, Sarah at 7, Steph, Dana, John, Al, Royce, and Terry Lewis round out the top close volume for individual producers. Congratulations. Top team volume, Reliance at 16.6, Medina at 13.6, Dan Callis at 10.8, and the Baumgartner Group at 10.5. Congratulations. Close volume for group year to date, Lifetime, 34.5. I don't know why Alex is laughing, but oh, so close. There we go. Krickeberg Group at 27.5, Mind Right at 22. Oh, wait, Level Up at 22. Wait, 22.1. No, 22.1, 22.13. 22.12. So close. So close. Team Angles at 21, Simplified at 19.8, Schmidt Group at 15.8, and CGR at 13.2. You guys, all across the board, great work. Really nice work. All right, and the market will dictate your volume. You dictate your units, you guys. Ben Murphy, individual at 50, Katie Ninkovic at 42.25, Sarah at 25, Peter at 23, Al at 16.25, Royce, Terry, Ryan, 15, Amy Berger, 14, and Nicole Lasaki, 14. Our teams over here, 54 for Medina, 37 for Callis, the A team at 25, Baumgartner at 23.25, And our very own Tina and her husband at 20.25. Okay, I don't know anything interesting going on in groups there, but Lifetime takes home 113.85. Krickeberg is at 87. Level Up is at 77. Mindride is at 77. Oh, that's nice. That one won the volume and one won the units. That's nice. And then Team Angles at 70. Congratulations, you guys. All right. And top listings taken December. The one before, this one here, these are the things that I get excited about, especially. We had a lot of listings taken in December by our individual producers. Amy, Al, Ryan, Karen, Peter, and Steph all took a listing. Catherine, we're calling you out here because your listing took the most volume at 1 million. So congratulations back there. Mindride had 6 listings, and as the group took the lead in that category, and Medina Real Estate had 4. So it's one of the things we teach, right? Leads, listings, right here, and leverage. These are the 2 things, listings and leverage, 2 things that are going to help you move your business along the path that most of you want to go down. So really exciting to see those results. And for a more full celebration of this team and everything that you've done throughout the course of the year, of course, we'll be recognizing production awards. That happens, right? We will also be celebrating you as people. So I hope you have set your calendar, you've put this invite on it, right next door, New Berlin Ale House, 3 o'clock, February 22nd. We will be celebrating the award ceremony. Yeah, come. Is anybody come, right? You're just gonna come. Like, this is a non-negotiable. This is, you sign the contract, you're coming to this. Okay. And here's the other non-negotiable. Production is numbers. We can come up with production left and right. We are also a culture company. We are a culture community, and we want your input. It's the People's Choice Award, you guys. I want you to scan this QR code, vote for who you think epitomizes the various awards that are out there. And we are going to celebrate the heck out of you on that coming up February. I'll get the date wrong. It's not right in front of me. 22nd, February 22nd. Okay, Thursday, 2/22. Thank you. Now I'll remember it. Perfect. Vote early and often. Pretend we're in Chicago. Vote, vote, vote. Let's get it. Where do we go with that? Whew, I'll work on that. All right, you guys, that's production for right now. Congratulations on an amazing for what could have been a really unusual year. And it was an unusual year, but you guys pulled it out, and I couldn't be more proud. And one of the key people who helped us pull it out and stay out of trouble is this lady here.
It's the goal, just stay out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble.
Stay
Or
out of
create
trouble.
the right kind of trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, just some information for you guys. I think everybody knows all of these things, but it's just a reminder. There's been a couple of complaints with the DSPS, not at our office, but one of the other offices in the Milwaukee area, about some of these things. So I just want to put it out there, reminder for everybody that we want to keep that from happening to you. So just a reminder for how to keep yourself out of trouble. So just remember that as a licensee, you have an obligation to disclose material adverse facts. So if you know something wrong with property, you have an obligation to disclose it. And also to accurately represent facts about a property that you have listed. So reminder for material adverse facts, if your seller client does not disclose a visible defect, it's your responsibility as a listing agent to disclose that using that disclosure of material adverse facts form. It's in zip forms. And even if a seller says, I'm selling this as is, it's an estate, or, it's my investment property, I don't need to, if they don't need to fill out a condition report and you see something, you still have a responsibility to fill that out. So just a reminder about that. Any questions about that? No? Okay. Pretty straightforward. And then just a reminder that when you guys are entering things into MLS, you can be found liable for inaccurate statements that you make about a property. So just make sure that you're checking your facts. Use caution when copying data from a previous MLS listing. Double check that information, if you're just kind of using that as a baseline, double check the information to make sure it's correct. Attribute your sources for data. So if you're pulling square footage from somewhere, just make sure that you are stating, is that from tax records, it's public records, is the seller the source, where did this come from, this information? So use those public sources for listing data whenever possible. Any questions about that? Okay, that's all I've got. Nice and simple.
Okay,
So just
love that.
check your facts.
Check facts. Nothing but facts.
Yep.
Check. All right, Tech Tuesday, because some things don't change.
All right. Hi, good afternoon. So we're gonna talk a little bit about getting your marketing materials ready for the new year and getting them updated. So if you have previously gotten a listing or a buyer presentation through our marketing concierge service, or if you would like for us to mock up a listing or buyer presentation through our concierge service, you can always order one. But if you have last year's version and you would like your statistics in that to be updated for the new year, you can just shoot a email over to either Lindsay Vranick or our marketing email, which is kwmkemarketing@gmail.com, right down here at the bottom. And just ask for them to update your listing or your buyer presentations with your current numbers for the year. Okay?
Do we have to give them our current one? Or can we look it
They'll look it up.
up? I'll look it up.
Yep.
Are you
Yep.
serious?
Yes, ma'am. They will look it up for you.
I like how you think, Sue. That is a no-brainer.
If you haven't been on the website, the kwrealtymke.com website, you can scan this QR code. It'll get you to our Keller Williams Marketing Concierge products. So you can order whatever you would like, business cards, listing materials, those buyer presentations and whatnot. We are going to be releasing some new content in 2024, so stay tuned for that.
Okay, wait, back up to that for just quick. I got a sneak peek at this right here, you guys. This is a beautiful brochure that has information on all of the communities that we do business in. Residential land, we'll figure you guys out, I promise.
Like our own.
Okay, no brainer. And in that, there's a section, we'll be having these in our closing rooms that talk about KW. So it's a nice marketing piece for you to share with your people so that they know exactly what brokerage that you're affiliated with. But in your brochure, they will take the all about KW out and put all about Nicola Saki, all about All In, all about. So it creates this beautiful leave behind brochure that as soon as we have a handful, we'll make sure that you get copies of. We've never had anything like this. It's beautiful. So, okay, I'm done. It's really nice.
It's exciting.
I'm done for now. I'm probably not done forever, but I'm done for
Okay, and then this week on our Thursday marketing workshop, we're going to be talking about AI powered marketing. So how to beef up as a real estate agent by using the power of AI. There is a playbook that Keller Williams released. You can scan to get it here. We're going to be talking about this on Thursday at 2:00 as well. So please join our call. So what is the AI playbook? It's going to cover a lot of how you can draft content for your marketing. It's going to cover how do you framework those conversations so that you can help handle objections a little bit easier through the use of AI. And then we're going to talk about setting up automations through AI as well. It's a no-brainer. Yep. So AI is as easy as identifying your audience, setting your tone and style, and using the proper formatting.
And just the handful of tweaks you need so that people don't absolutely know that it's AI when they get the, hey, I hope your day is doing well. And they get that from everybody, right? So you adjust it for-
So a lot of agents use AI for like writing blogs where you can put those blog posts on your new agent sites. Also for social media posts, you can use AI for. So once again, it'll be 2:00 on Thursday, the 25th. And then we'll also be covering things like circle prospecting with direct mail in February, some social media in February, and a lot of other great things coming in February as well.
Okay. Just imagine, do y'all have the marketing on your calendar? Do you know how to get the education calendar on your Google Calendar so you know how to be at these things? All right, we'll talk about that next week because that's a no-brainer. And one of the things I want to do is think through this year, right? It's 2024, it's the beginning. Obviously, we've had a handful of folks that are staying home with the weather. I know last week was a weather issue. You guys are, and people need to make decisions that make sense for them. Like, there's no judgment around this. What I want to do is invite you internal for a quick moment, right? So close your eyes if you'd like, just listen. But the more you visualize, the more you can see clarity around what you want this year to be, the more likely you are to make decisions and take actions that vote for the kind of person you want to become, that create the life you want to lead. So we're going to spend just a little bit of time imagining your business for this year and all of the ways that it can play out. And then we're gonna bring it full circle, and I'm gonna share a little bit of a tool with you. So what I want you to do right now is just take a couple of seconds to imagine the kind of business that you desire to run. As you're thinking about that, we've all put technical business plans together, right? So we know in general how many units we need to close. We know in general how many leads we have in our database. I want you to go a next level deeper. I want you to think of like the perfect transaction for you. The people that you're working with are fun. They resonate with you. You trust them. They trust you, right? What does that look like and what does that feel like? As you do this, if you take this seriously, you rewire your brain and your brain starts looking for these things out there in the world for you, and your life improves. So be thinking about this. What does that do for you? As you're imagining that transaction, I want you to imagine the kind of energy that you bring to that. I want you to imagine how you greet your clients. I want you to imagine how you walk the lot with them. I want you to imagine what you feel like when you're thinking about preparing for them, because they've shared with you everything they need to make a transition that makes sense for them and their family. You know, transitions occur in all sorts of different ways, right? Sometimes it's amazing. There's a wedding, there's a baby, there's new jobs. Sometimes it's a little less celebratory, but it's something that we honor nonetheless. It's a loss, it's a movement of some kind. Imagine the energy that you bring because your clients are looking to you for that energy to smooth out the potholes that you have. You bring the right energy, they assume potholes happen, but they don't assume they're your fault, right? I want you to imagine the person that you're going to become this year in 2024, right? Your energy leads directly into how you show up, not just for your clients, but for your family, for your friends, for your community, for all of the people out there who look to you as a leader, and that we are in the job of positively influencing outcomes. How do you want to show up as a person in all of those relationships, in all of those interactions? And of course, that leads to what kind of life do you want to have, right? Do you want one where you show up with the energy that you imagine around the people that surprise and delight you, that you in turn surprise and delight? As you think about your life right now, who you are right now, your energy, your business, what are the gaps? And what's the most important one? Something is standing out right now. That's something I want you to be thinking about in terms of how do we lessen it? What tools do we need? What relationship do we need? What accountability do we need to make that have a lesser impact on our day-to-day, such that everything that we do this year helps us get to where we want to go? By making those choices that you're envisioning right now, by acting and helping those visions become reality, you're creating the life that you want, where everything that you dream of becomes accessible. Should I have a pretty good picture what that looks like for you? Because what I'm going to ask you to do is try to gain some clarity around that.
And in your off moments, in your moments when you wake up at 2 a.m. and you can't sleep because an inspection's gone wrong or because something has gone off the rails or you're not on a slide that you thought you were going to be on, right? Our dreams are personal to us. And the more we can fill those in with color from black and white, the more we have a likelihood of creating the impact that we want to have. Our word is impact for the year. It's early in 2024, but we all know time flies. It was just a hot second ago where it was the very beginning of 2023, right? And we kind of held on for dear life. It looks like there's all sorts of opportunity. The market's changing. It seems a little bit more breathable than it was last year. So how do we capitalize on where we are right now? Every week, I'm going to be bringing a tool that you can choose to embrace because it moves your life forward in the direction of that vision that you just casted just now. And we're going to start with this one right here. So this is an example of kind of what we'll be talking about throughout the year in our team meetings are these tools. This was recommended to us by Sarah Oberbrunner. Does anybody know Sarah? She's one of the great agents out of our North Shore office. Generally, when she says she sat down and read a book, I pay attention because that girl's a bit of a squirrel and she doesn't read something. So if something caught her imagination, there's something valuable in this. So I picked this up late last night and I got to tell you, I couldn't put it down. One of the reasons I couldn't put it down, it's written by the same guys who wrote Never Split the Difference. You're familiar with that? FBI negotiator who teaches how to negotiate well and how to get what everybody wants. He's the guy who framed the idea that compromise serves nobody, that compromise is really, really challenging, right? And he put a lot of things around that. But one of the things in this book that they talk about, and I thought this was especially relevant given this year and some of the uncertainties that we're facing in terms of value, is that the more we can understand how people make decisions, the easier time we will have to help influence decisions in a way that helps them, right? So has anybody ever gone into an appointment, listing appointment, and they nailed it, knocked it out of the park? They had their beautiful listing presentation by concierge. It was gorgeously designed. They knew exactly what they were talking about. They connected with the person that they were talking about, and they walked away knowing that that person was going to call them the next day and sign that listing agreement. And that didn't happen. Anybody? We got Tony, one, Alex, a whole couple, oh, Scott, okay, a couple of people. I think if we can think about it, when did we know that we were going to get something and it didn't happen? We walked away, we were disappointed, right? It's a great example of trying to win with logical reasoning, right? So we do everything right. We go through all of the logic, we lay out our piece, and we think we're going to get it. What Chris Voss talks about right now and in this book is that if you do that often enough, what you're missing is the emotional component underneath it. You're not really good at assessing the waters and helping people understand your value. Okay. And he talks about how to harness the emotions of a transaction. He does a really nice job of laying that out in such a way that you know how to spend your time. And he coins a phrase here that's called tactical empathy. And empathy is not being not agreeing or disagreeing with somebody. It's being able to see something from their perspective, right? The ability to do this, they have traced in all of their research, to be able to see something from somebody else's perspective is the magic key that helps you become valuable to them, right? So they give this example of standing across the street and you want the person to come to you. Your client's over here, you're over here. And you're talking to them, say, hey, come on over here, come over here. Versus, so that's telling, that's fact, that's logical. You'll see something different when you come to this side. I want you to join me over here. If instead of calling them over, you walk across the street and you stand next to them and you see what they see, and you can help them reframe what they're seeing, what they're looking at, they make the decision to walk across the street with you, and now they have a different view. You still get what you need, but you've done it in such a way that you've helped them be empowered by the decision. And you do that because of this tactical empathy. That's tactical empathy at its best, is seeing what they're seeing and helping them see something better for themselves, different for themselves. We do that with clients all the time. This tactical empathy piece, understanding emotions and how they play out in any kind of transaction, and winning a transaction feels like the progression that is laid out here. The difference between talking and listening, the difference between value and trust, the difference between I and you, and then the difference between you're right and that's right. So I'm going to challenge you guys as you're going about all of your conversations with people. When you hear that's right, you're hearing gold. They trust you and they want to work with you. When you hear you're right, you might have a little bit of work to do to help understand things from their perspective and help them come along to your point of view. Does this make sense? It's a lot. I see a lot of people looking at me like, what are you talking about? It's totally legit. Some people are not Audible learners. But if you're not an Audible learner, get the book or listen to the book. He explains it really, really well. It's a tool in your toolbox, this idea of becoming the trusted advisor, learning how to use empathy in your conversations to bring a bigger impact on the work that you want to do. So this is my little visual here. It's a teeny little toolbox, is when you lead with facts. You get a big toolbox when you lead with facts and emotional component. Make sense? If you remember nothing, remember the toolboxes. Okay.
Can you go back to the book? I don't remember.
Yes, the book is called The Full Fee Agent. Full Fee Agent. There's a ton of stuff in this book that talks about how you present as a value, where to spend your time, how to easily and quickly assess if somebody will ultimately do business with you. I cannot recommend it highly enough. Okay. Okay, and if you're not a reader and if you're not somebody who learns from me talking at you, not the greatest kind of way to learn, we also have a plethora of upcoming training and events that I want to share with you. So this is our calendar that frankly Kathleen works so hard on. When she's not in individual appointments with you guys and she's not teaching herself, she's nagging all of us. And when I say nagging, I mean joyfully reminding those of us who owe her things like, oh, I'll teach this. I think we need to do this. And she does an amazing job of putting a calendar together. So if there is a piece of impact that you need, a tool that you need that you're not seeing, talk to Kathleen. We'll either figure out where it lives in our world or we'll get it on our calendar, because if you're missing it, chances are somebody else is as well. But I did want to call out a couple things. First of all, shout out to our people in Ignite. They are working incredibly hard to get all the pieces. This year, there has been a ton of homework, but there's also been a ton of value that's been poured in. So thank you to the Jean Grecos for presenting. Mark and Sheila Smith presented. Nate and Ben are going to be presenting. So this market, who am I missing from our market center? Should look at the list. Our market center we have shown up in a huge way. And you guys prepare. In June, we'll be hosting it up here in this room. So all of my top producers who are like, yeah, I'm not going to go because it's in North Shore. I don't want to, I'm not doing it. You have the opportunity. It'll be great. I'm going to come and ask you to present an Ignite in June. And for my students who are taking it, just hats off. I know it's a ton of work and you're getting a lot of really good information and sorting it out and how it lives in your world. So I love that. Oh, and we have a great new opportunity coming down the pipe. Kinetic Wealth. Have you heard of Kinetic Wealth? We've got Alex shaking his head. Oh, a couple others. I know Tina's heard of it because Tina is spearheading the group. We get into real estate for lots of reasons, and sometimes that's to help clients, and that's our first start. And then we realize there are all sorts of ways that our lives can get bigger through real estate, and one of them is investing. So if you are curious about what that is, we've got a great group that's coming together to learn the ins and outs. You don't have to be an investor to be part of this mastermind. You don't have to be a KW agent to be part of this mastermind. It is a value that we bring. If you are looking at somebody and talking to somebody and they want to know how you do what you do, this is a great opportunity for them to learn as well. So invite them, invite your peeps, come to Kinetic Wealth. It is this Thursday at 9 o'clock right up here, correct?
Correct.
Am I missing anything?
No, it's going to be great. We have a great group.
you don't even have to be an agent either. So like if you have clients that are wanting to mastermind around investing, we're opening it up to everybody. So, and we're gonna have preferred partners come in, talk about different options that they have offering to investors. Hard money lending, creative financing, all things. How long will it be? Well, it's our first one, so I think we're gonna plan them for 2 hours after this, because it'll be monthly, so this one will be probably an hour and a half. We're just gonna be setting framework, picking a time, kind of talking about who has current investments, what goals are for 2024, kind of setting the framework moving forward.
Good question. Okay. And if investing isn't your jam and you need vendors, the GMAR is hosting their vendor fair at the same time on the same day. So Thursday, 9 o'clock. Okay, it's Young Professionals Network. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to share, certainly we get 1,000, well, a lot of people saying, 1,000 might be a little exaggeration. We get people saying, how can I get into this business? Come to the career night. It is a virtual career night this year, or this month, January 25th at 5:30. And y'all have tickets for the basketball game this Saturday? I see some people shaking their head. Yes, no, yes, no. There are a handful of tickets left, like, I don't know, 10. So if you want to get in on this, scan the code and I'll have tickets, because it is a physical ticket. You have to get one from me, which I will have tomorrow. Okay. Okay, excellent. And then after our meeting here, Lynn and Gustavo said that they wanted to do some info for us. Super excited, diving deep into closing statements. So stay here, right here afterwards, and learn from those two fabulous partners that we have. And finally, the opportunity of February family reunion. Next week, we'll have a chat with people who are registered for family reunion, how to manage that unbelievable agenda to get the most out of it, so that you can spend your time well, because you're spending dollars for family reunion. And we'd love to see you there. It's going to be a great event, great keynote speakers. We've got some guests that are going. And if you're on the fence, we still have tickets. So register for family reunion. And coming soons. Anything else for the good of the cause before we go into coming soons? We good? Good? Okay. Who has anything they want to share with the group? Yes, Max.
I have a condo at the Knickerbocker on the lake. That's like the Lower East Side of Milwaukee, 2 blocks off the lake. And it's marketed at 135. I don't know if you guys know anything about the Knickerbocker, but it's like you can buy a condo and you can throw it right into the rental pool. Like the rent that they rent out for you, it's still a hotel, so it's a pretty unique investment opportunity. 0 bedroom, 460 square feet.
And if you're wondering, well, how the heck do I do that? Come to the Kinetic Wolf on Thursday. How the heck? Perfect. What else, you guys? Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna have 3 new listings.
What?
They're in Kenosha County near Paddock Lake. It's gonna be, one lot's gonna be 21 acres, single family resident built site. I'm gonna confirm tomorrow, and you can actually get up on the hilltop and actually see Paddock Lake. If you can, that's probably gonna increase my price. It's under,
So if you want it now, go talk to him.
so the other one is 26.69 deeded acres. It has some wetlands on it. It's like a mile north of 50 in Paddock Lake. That one butts up against 75. The other one's kind of a little bit more towards the residential. I think the 21 acres is more desirable. And then the remaining 27 plus or minus acres already is platted with 70 lots for development. So this was a past client of mine who had the property listed, it expired, and so I'm repackaging it, 3 separate lots.
Nice.
I anticipate the 2 built site lots going quick, but it now allows us to bring our price point for the developments at a price point that's more attainable.
Nice. Congrats on the listing. That's awesome. Love it.
Oh, yeah, and I also, who does a lot of work in West Dallas? Anybody?
Everybody's hands going up. They're just being slow about it. They're being shy. Come on.
Property.
Okay.
Several.
See Matt in the back.
All right, clear the tables.
The
Battle Royale.
Yeah, right.
Two big bucks fighting and the 2.5-year-old comes over. You guys are an analogy, I'm sorry, that's what we're doing.
Whatever the tallest you get it.
What other opportunities do we have coming up?
My shoulders will split it.
We're gonna have a conversation about how to present referrals. I can tell. So what other opportunities do we have coming up, you guys? La, 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 la. Yes,
I still have an off-market private,
seriously. That's
off-market
kind of heartbreaking.
private listing.
No, Tony, no one's listening. Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Tony Jean Greco, Minor Realty.
Thank you. Gosh, now the world
I almost
is.
forgot, it's been a long day already.
Oof.
I have an off-market private listing. It's unique because the seller is looking for somewhat extensive post-close occupancy. It's in New Berlin on 124th Street, 3 beds, 2 full baths on like half an acre right across from Greenfield Park, next to like the golf, Berkeley, or the New Berlin golf course there. Right now, 379.9, but open to fair and reasonable offers. Come talk to me if you have any buyers in New Berlin to be interested.
Tony, is it a ranch or 2-story?
It's a 2-story.
How's the basement look?
Basement,
Jacked up?
pretty clean. It's like a, no, it's like a partial
remarks,
basement though, because
jacked
the 2-car garage is underneath the house. Like you pull in side driveway and then around into the garage that's underneath. It's built in to the basement.
210, is that reasonable?
You know what? Let's just go 200 all day and put it together.
Perfect, done.
Yeah.
What other, anything coming that we have?
I've got a duplex in West.
All right, you guys, welcome to 2024. It's gonna be an amazing year. Revisit your vision. I look forward to seeing everybody back here in a week. Sign up for the awards. RSVP. Thank you guys. And the basketball. And the basketball. Thank you. Awesome. Done. No, not yet. Yeah, correct. No, sorry. Good clarification. No, tickets are coming.
So I asked for 4 of the basketball tickets. Everybody just canceled, so like we can just give it to somebody else and nobody can make it.
I'll get them. Okay, okay, yeah, no problem, no
I don't
problem.
want them wasted.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
My husband has to work.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Money, so don't worry. please.
Yeah, love it. I get it. For sure. No problem. Yeah, exactly. Very funny, Kelsey. Love Sassy, I love it. Good work. Potential. Sure. Why not? They've done.